but to my friends, I'm Q, and to my family, I'm Yana. So y'all my friends now, so hey Q, hey y'all. But I'm starting a YouTube channel because I feel like there's a lot that nobody taught me that was going to prepare me for college. Like, nobody taught me the social aspect of college. Nobody mentioned that it was going to be hard mentally, not just school-wise. So I'm making this YouTube channel for stress relief, and also just to talk about things that I feel like nobody told me. I showed up late to the party. So without further ado, this is my first HBCU out-of-state mini-series. Basically, I'm gonna talk about the difference between moving from the West Coast, you know, West Coast girl at heart, moving from the West Coast down to the South, what I wish people would have told me, and what I had to figure out on my own. So this is a very general video. This is not super detailed, and my experiences may be different from yours, and that's all good. That's all good. Thank you. If you guys take the time to watch this video, thank you so much, for real. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first topic is gonna be the slang. The way people talk down south, especially in Louisiana where I go to school, they are different than, and they don't think they talk different. They just have an accent. And it's like, some of them, it's like a really strong accent. Like, I know you can hear with the way you talking. I know you can hear yourself. But others have like a mild accent, but the way that they talk is the difference. Like, they use slang, like they use words like jose, trade, yeah, mo. They say phrases like, we trying to see what it's hitting for. At first I was like, what does that even mean? But see what it's hitting for means like, okay, we trying to figure out, is it good, is it bad, whatever it is. Like, you could be talking about a restaurant. And jose is a funny word because it took me so long to catch on to what it meant, but jose literally has multiple meanings. It could be a person that you're talking to, it could be an actual joke, it could be someone that's funny, it could be like someone you don't take serious, it could be someone you're dating, it could be someone that you it could be something like that. And then mo is not really a down south thing from my understanding. That came from like I don't know, like I think it's from the East Coast. I don't know personally, but I know a lot of people out there say, they'd be like, yeah, him and her mo, or they'd be like, yeah, mo. And I was like, at first I was like, who the fuck is that? But what they mean is like, a mo is just a person. It's a person with no name, basically. It's just like, yeah, him, mo, right there. Or they'd be like, back up, mo. They don't know you, so that's the thing. Then they'd be talking about yeah. So a yeah could mean the act of sex, or it could mean a person that you're dating, or it could just mean something positive. So they'd be like, that's your little yeah? Yeah, that's my yeah, you know? That's your little yeah. And I didn't know what that meant. At first I was like, why not just say that's your person, your boyfriend, your girlfriend? I was so confused. I was like, okay, whatever. I got to the point where I just gave up. And then one of my friends had to break it down. Shout out Judy. One of my friends had to explain. She's explained a lot of the slang that I've heard. She explained it to me. And I'm from the West Coast, so of course they tell us we talk proper, but that's because you don't hear that out here. People talk super duper regular out here. Like, it's like you hear on TV. That's exactly how they talk down here. But just remember, like what I said, that this slang is not designated to one specific place. Like, it can really be anywhere that people would say this. Music and dancing, because the music from the West Coast is not the same as the music down south. Down south, they don't really listen to like party music, in my opinion. Like, it's trap music, and then it's bounce, and then there's like mainstream music that everyone listens to. So they're so big on Young Boy where I'm from. Oh my God. But that's also because I'm pretty sure he's from there or somewhere near there. So he real big out there. And then when you come to the West Coast, you will not hear Young Boy at a party. You're not hearing that at all. And it's just different. Like, they don't listen to O3 Greedo. They don't know who a lot of these people are. They don't. And that's okay. But the issue is like how you're willing to reciprocate listening to their music. Some of them are not trying to hear West Coast music. They be like, my friend Judy calls it Diddy Bop music. She'd be like, I don't want to hear all that. I'd be like, okay. So I just be cutting it off. But it's really different down there when it comes to the music scene. Oh, and I mentioned something before called bounce. Bounce is like twerk music, but instead of twerking, they call it shaking, which I think is really funny. And at first when I got down there, I hated bounce. I was like, this is really, really obscene and weird. Like twerk music where I'm from is like panoramic and red nose, and those are like the basics, but like we do those. But where they're from, it's just different. It's different. Like it's something, usually the music, the beat is really, 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 really like loud, and it's really, you got a lot of bass. And then they'll say something super obscene. It'll be like, yeah. It'll be like, it'll be something crazy, and then they'll say something super sexual, like, just, I'm not even gonna say nothing like it. But if you get a chance, look up bounce music, because if you're coming to Louisiana and you're moving from the West Coast, you might need to figure that out very quickly, because other people are gonna look at you sideways when you say you don't know what that is. Moving on to our third topic. Our third topic is social life. So the men and women that I've experienced, dating in Louisiana is harder, in my opinion, than dating on the West Coast. Actually, you know what? I would say it's easier to get noticed, because the West Coast, there's so many, like, some of these girls are like aspiring models. So when you like a regular looking person, it's kind of hard. Like, you can be beautiful, but like on the West Coast, there's not a lot that makes people stand out. And that's a big thing for girls, especially where I'm from. And then you got different races of women. So of course, everybody's like, oh, I want something foreign. And that's all fine and dandy, but I go to HBCU and we the commodity. We are. And with that being said, like, it's easier to get noticed, but a lot of these men down south, they're just not used to being around a woman like me. Like, I just feel like it's different. The flirting is different. Like, they flirt aggressively. Like, they gonna call you names. Men from the West Coast, okay, they do that, but not as much. And they're way less aggressive. Men from the West Coast really be bougie. And you got to come talk to them first sometimes. Sometimes you got to ask them, do you even like black girls? And they be like, and then when I told my friends, my male friends down south, that I know people like that, they were like, those people exist? Like, just because of it's where you grew up, it's where you were raised at. Some people, this is all they've ever seen, literally, seriously. And men from, I've experienced some, not, I wouldn't say heartache or anything, but like, my little feelings would get hurt sometimes because they just have a different way of doing things down there. Like, I had never met a dude that he literally didn't like me because he couldn't have sex with me. Like, we were talking and then I was like, nah, this ain't that, because that's just not me. So when I told him that, he was like, and then like every time I would see him, he would get like, he had such a bad attitude. I used to be like, all right. And he was from New Orleans. So I was like, all right. Okay, Mo, I'm good. So it was just really hard to like adapt to the dating scene out there. That wasn't always fun. And making friends was kind of hard too, because some of them girls down there, they may seem nice, but I had to learn quickly, not everybody out there is for your good. Not everybody out there cares that you succeed or wants you to succeed. So if you're trying to do something on campus, something like you're trying to join an organization or something, you can't tell everyone your business. I would not. It's nice to make friends, but have like 3 or 4 close ones at the max. Like, seriously, because everybody else, they can be your acquaintances. You could hug people in cab every day, say what's up every single day, and not know that they don't even like you. Like, they talk about you. And I know that's a big thing on the West Coast. You know, some girls are fake, but in high school, I didn't experience that. My group of friends was solid. Like, they were pretty solid. And I feel like the only reason why we're not super close now is because I went to a different school, they went to a different school. We kind of all spread out. Some of us are still in summer school, some of us on summer break. So it's just different. But the social aspect of being in Louisiana is that the men are they're much more aggressive than they are on the West Coast. And they're bold, but I think it's because some of them, a good percentage of them, are used to like getting turned down, and because they're used to it, they're like, okay, what's the worst she could say to me? No. And no is that. And they'd be like, all right, okay. They just walk away. And it be like that. You know, you're not gonna win every battle. That's fine. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. And it be like that. It do in fact be like that. So yeah. And then when it comes to social life, as in going out and partying, I live in a college town. So because I live in a college town, there's like 2 or 3 major colleges within the surrounding area of like a 25-mile radius. And because of that, we have a lot of clubs that are like 18 and up instead of 21 and up. And because of the 18 and up, you'll be at a party and there will be someone who's like 30 there dancing on someone that's like 18. And you won't even know because, well, they kind of, black don't crack. But they just don't, it's just different down there because the clubs are easier to get into. Like in the city that I live in now, you can't get in anywhere if you're not 21 9 times out of 10, unless someone who is performing there is 21 or younger. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of college clubs, but if you want to stay focused in school for real, do not go to every club. Do not go to every outing. Do not go to every party, every phone party, every cap party, everything. Don't go to everything. And that's preserving you mentally, because there were some days where I felt like I was exhausted, and that was because I was just exhausted from it was just overstimulation of social life. Don't let that happen to you. Do not let that happen to you, because it's not fun and it will make you slip on your grades, and your parents might threaten to take your car away, and it won't end well. So yeah, but all in all, with all the things that I've said, coming to Louisiana is a great decision, and it's a big step. People don't tell you about how much mentally college will tax you, but you just got to be strong enough to know that every day is a new day, and God got you. You feel me? And college is really what you make it. Some people go to school and then go back to their dorm and don't come out. And those people are the people that I feel like end up transferring or dropping out, because you're not connected to the campus in any way. You're not tied to school. You're just there to get a degree. And of course, there's some people that can do that. But some people like me, I'm a social person. I can't just go to class. I would be bored. And if I get bored, I make dumb decisions like texting my ex. But anyways, we're not gonna worry about that. I feel like just make college your version of what you want it to be. Because if you hang out with the wrong people, college isn't gonna be too fun for you. If you hang out with people that don't do nothing, college isn't gonna be too fun for you, unless that's what you like to do, is nothing, literally. So, well, thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you guys so much. And y'all can comment, subscribe, do all of that jazz. This is my first YouTube video, and I don't know if I feel confident in it yet enough. I feel like y'all could tell I'm kind of nervous, but it's not bad. It's not terribly nervous. It's just, this isn't something that I'm used to. And I was looking down because I wrote my notes for this video on a notepad, because I record this on my phone. So anyways, just tell me about your friends. Not tell me about your friends. Tell your friends about me, and comment and subscribe. Thank you guys.